What was I gonna say? Something about movies. Something about Katy Perry. Something about My Dinner with Andre. My Dinner with Andre. If you like movies that like take place in one room, you might actually really like My Dinner with Andre because it's one of the most famous examples of that genre.
Choose loadout.
If you can guess, the plot is literally a dude has dinner with a man named Andre.
Ah.
Yep.
And there's also
and the
there's
entire plot is them talking to each other.
There's Locke, which is an entire movie that's just Tom Hardy driving in a car on the freeway on the cell phone for the entire movie. There's Buried, which is Ryan Reynolds in a coffin underground for the entire movie.
Oh, what was that one where there was the phone booth? Oh, I'm a dick.
And there's Reservoir Dogs, the movie that takes place entirely inside of a dog.
And then it's a sequel which takes place entirely in a reservoir.
Reservoir Dogs 2, more reservoir-y.
Less dogs.
Less dogs.
Ow! God damn, that laser beam
Reservoir
took my
Dogs 2
health.
is for the dogs. You know they just made a new Reservoir Dogs video game.
They made one Reservoir Dogs video game and it ends with you losing.
There was one a while ago that was like a few console generations ago, but they just made a new one, like this year.
It's so satisfying.
Why would you
when
make
these
a
things
video
get near
game
me.
where you lose at the end?
I don't
Yeah.
know. They sent me like 1 billion copies and emails about that, being like, "Play our game," and I'm like, "Eh."
Are you even a fan of Reservoir Dogs, Wander?
Nope. Have never
For
seen
me, it's
anything.
like my favorite movie, and I couldn't get a copy of the game for free.
Oh well. Do you want a copy? I
Yeah.
got 4.
I mean, I might as well.
I actually wouldn't mind playing it, but it was one of those times where I think we were in the middle of Factorio or whatever. And it's like, I'm not going to ask them to play yet another co-op game with me.
So, from what I could make out of the Reservoir Dogs game, it looked like it might have something to do with, like, Frozen Synapse, where you're telling a squad of different characters to do actions all at once, and then going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
it-
it's got
it
like
is-
a.
It's
got like a-
So it looked like it was actually like a tactical game, like somewhere in the territory of like either Frozen Synapse or Super Time Force, where you're like they're like covering for each other and everything.
That makes sense, actually. That's a pretty reasonable genre.
It sounded like
Reservoir Dogs.
it sounded like a really cool premise, and it's supposed to be dealing with like the heist and things like that. Supposedly, though, all the reviews are not great because apparently the levels aren't very demanding and too repetitive and too like not very well thought out for the premise. Like the level,
For me, it
sounds
was
like the
just the
levels let it down.
developers were so aggressive, being like, "Don't you want to play our game?" And I'm like, "You're gonna ask that way, no." Like, I have a serious problem with people that are like over passionate towards me. I will immediately just be
Soda
like,
City. Soda City. Soda City.
Yeah,
Soda
Soda
City.
City. That wasn't well. They weren't passionate towards Wander. They were just screaming at everyone and then use their copy pasted emails to spam them periodically with the same game over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got so many emails about Soda City that the person that I was doing trips with for where we would take water samples was becoming familiar with the name because I kept getting emails about them while I was in the car driving to the next while we were like driving to the next spot. So like
That's
they were
funny.
becoming familiar with the name. Well, this gun is hard
I
to use
think I
against these
wound
guys.
up with, I'm gonna say like at least 5 copies
This
of
is how
Soda
I
City
die.
by the end of it.
They weren't even like keeping track of which codes they were. Like just sending the same people.
I was getting repeat codes, definitely.
Oh wow.
I gave
That's
one to
another
Cracky
thing. Is some
Gnomes,
people are
who
so
then had,
shitty and
like-
spammy with their codes that they'll send when you finally redeem their code, it won't even be a usable one.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah. That happens
actually-
to Wander constantly.
I am super
yeah."
dead.
That's a frequent thing.
Ow.
Here, I'll come
These
get
guys
you.
are-
I think
I was
they
not
hurt.
These guys
prepared.
Lasers are
suck.
rough.
Quite a lot.
They hit hard, and I don't have weapons that help very much.
I have like
Yeah.
I was
a
trying out
homing
my new
missile
weapon.
launcher. I
Oh,
thought we were gonna
shit.
be fighting.
I
I
got
thought we were
knocked
gonna be
out.
fighting like a whole bunch of.
Bye bye burb.
It's
I thought
okay.
we were gonna
I
be
can listen to
fighting
my
a whole
character's
bunch of
ass.
these things. I might not actually survive long enough to make this worth
Can
it.
you even
Well,
revive me anymore?
There we go.
Well, this might go bad.
Is there even a health pickup anywhere? Because haven't we not even killed one?
There's a couple. No, we've
There's
killed
like
a couple of
2.
them
Oh, there's
actually.
the green spots. Here we go. So to answer your question earlier with Bird, what happened is season 1 of Walking Dead was really good and also really like record-breaking, is like successful show. But then they wanted to be twice
And
as
it-
long for half the money, and they fired the guy that made it. So,
Oh yeah, I'm pretty aware of the firing drama.
But he brought on all these
associated with-
people in the first place that were only there because they were used to working with him. So all of them wanted off the show, so they all had to get written off one by one for dying while doing this half-budget, long-ass season. So, like, it was just a terrible story told terribly where the entire story took place on a single farm for the entire season. I just punted you across the level because there's no health pickups.
You did not heal me.
You want to just call
me.
it, Keith, instead of trying to suffer this?
I just found all the pickups. None of them were health.
Okay, I'll just retreat us out.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to a homing weapon.
Owie.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to a homing weapon with some range, and
so seasons 2 and 3 were garbage, and they're also twice as long as the first season. So at that point, 80% of the show was garbage. But then they switched showrunners to someone who...
That's not a good ratio.
No, it's not.
At all.
But then they switched showrunners to a new person that was more interested in doing character-driven drama. And so suddenly you got... What they did immediately was they split up all the characters in the wilderness in groups of 2 or 3 and then did tons of character development and made it a really interesting show for like 2 seasons. But then the next bad thing happened that made it shit again, which is that they got to the... In the comics, they had that usual gimmick, like, it's comic 100, time for someone to die. Is what happened in the comics, and they got that part of the show, and they got to the part where the person dies, and they randomly selected the person who dies. Then you see that person die in first person being killed, and you don't see who it is, and the show just stopped. And then you had to wait for next season to find out who died in the episode you just watched.
So
and it's like
basically every single season ended with a Who Shot JR.
it was a really fucked up cliffhanger, and it just led to 6 months of everyone just saying who was going to die because they just knew what happened in the comic anyway. So it just made sure everyone was spoiled instead because they had so much time to be spoiled.
It was handled terribly. Got it.
Yeah, it was
Bird
terrible.
ready.
And then the last season has been not great. So it's
Bird ready up?
it's looking like it might be going bad again.
I'm already up in one hang on, I was letting Keith finish his goddamn Walking Dead story so I could cut the episode.
bird,
Bird.
bird, ready up.
Deploying.
Bird.
Bird, bird.
Just go past the microphone and do the Doppler effect.
All of us sound like cats. But like...
Okay, this is gonna be better.
Is that even understandable? Did anyone even get what I was doing there?
You were being a fire truck or
Yeah.
something, an ambulance or whatever.
I was trying to be an ambulance, but then I
Like,
realized that was... God, that would be horrible hearing Doppler affected Katy Perry. Baby, you're on fire.
Really hard to aim while swinging back and forth in front of your
Yeah, I
microphone.
want that with like a rap artist, because I think that'd even be more jarring.
I mean, it mostly just sounds like
Little Doppler.
it mostly sounds like you just have a loose connection to your headphones, and you're trying to rotate it in its slot, and it keeps the 2 stereo outputs keep going in and out while you're trying to listen to a song.
I want like a famous musician to do a video. To do
They
like
do
a
those. No, these videos.
no, like let's say
He's asking Mute Matt to have another hit.
Well, no, I was gonna say like Weird Al
Write another
Yankovic.
song.
Weird Al Yankovic makes a video that's specifically like meant to make you feel like something's wrong with your headphones. Like
Oh,
it's like
that would
totally
be
normal.
so-
Like Meant to Live
dickish.
by Switchfoot.
Or what he does is they record it with binaural recording
shit.
techniques, but then like flip like the left and right, so it sounds like your ears are like inside out, basically.
Ugh.
That would be funny. Have you ever done that? Have you ever put on like a first-person shooter game, and then wear your headphones backwards?
Yes, all the time actually.
God, it's so weird sounding. It really fucks with your spatial perception.
Yeah, actually,
Basically-
that was essentially a running gag for my Bloodborne playthrough, as I kept saying, like, oh, my headphones are backwards, because I would notice what direction the thing was in, and my headphones would be backwards compared to that. And it's actually hearing is kind of important for being able to tell where threats might be coming from in that game.
Yeah. No, what happens for me usually is it sounds like everything is coming from outside of the world. Like I'll be
Outside of the world.
Yeah, well.
Oh, you mean like
run
outside
up
of
to
the map, right?
Yeah, you like run up to the border of the map,
God
and
damn
you'll
it.
be like, I hear people, but they're not here. and then you'll realize like, oh god damn it, they were, you know, headphones were backwards.
I cannot get a lock on these enemies because they just go everywhere so fast.
I'm using homing weapons. It made my life a lot easier.
My homing weapons are garbage. I have these like one-handed homing weapons I can try to use, and they just are so like they feel like they don't hurt things at all. And then the other homing weapon I have requires wander.
Oh right.
Well, that's not a homing weapon. That is like it homes in on my like target. Good luck. Good luck trying to hit these things with that.
God damn it.
It's okay. I'd revive you, but I have 15 health.
These guys are incredibly exasperating to fight because they're just they never stop
fast,
moving.
And they have a ton of health, and they hurt like a bitch.
And they all drive like they're drunk. And I'm trying to fire my weapons. I'm like, God, no, nah, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I need to switch out of hand Gatling. I don't think it was a great idea.
You are down.
Yep, there's only 2 left.
Probably should try the shotguns.
I'm coming for you, Keith.
By the time they enter my range, I have to rev up my weapons, and then I wait for like 10 seconds for them to start firing, and the enemy's gone already. I'm like, ah.
I found a health pick.
Like playing a strength build in Dark Souls.
Ow. Hey, I've done that. Sucked.
Yeah, I did a Dark Souls 2 playthrough with the Fume Metal to Greatsword. That was rough.
You know, yeah. I wanna see you do a Dark Souls 3 playthrough, which is sword and board, Keith. Purist. No dodge rolling.
We
purist.
did it! Oh my god,
that's not
purist. Yeah, that's not purist at all.
That's like suicidal.
No. Well.
Especially after Bloodborne came out, the series went really heavy towards dodging. You'd have to play like the first game or something to go shield heavy.
Yeah, I know. You could do it with 1 and maybe 2.
I'll just block the dancer. That'll work. Oh no.
So I will admit I've been watching no block, no dodge playthroughs of every Dark Souls.
Yeah, but those people are not real humans.
They're wizard people.
They're impersonators.
I saw a speedrun of Dark Souls 1 where this guy basically fought Ornstein and Smo with like 4 HP for the entire fight and won in 1 try. God, that was impressive.
Did you see Bubbles' run of Dark Souls 1 for GDQ?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
he did Ornstein and Smo, and you remember that he got hit like at the start of the fight, and he was at 4 health, and then he did the entire fight and didn't get hit once.
Well, that was his goal, because
I know.
he had the ring that would make it so you'd take like way less damage. I can't hit shit.
Yeah, you can have
it wasn't that he took less damage; it's that he did more damage.
Oh yeah, did more taking damage. Less damage would be really pointless if you have 4 health.
Yeah,
it's a ring that does like 50% extra damage if your health is below 20%.
All of the Dark Souls games have effects that help you if you have low health and you just want to be gutsy about it.
Yeah,
like some people do that where they'll get all those effects on themselves and then they'll buff themselves and then walk into Pontiff Sullivan's boss chamber and parry him once and one-shot him.
Yeah, I've seen those vids. Those are fun too. Did you know that at the
Yes, I can enjoy my new weapon because they're not flying now. Oh my god, this is satisfying.
The guy who did Dark Souls 3 was only 7 seconds below his
No.
Which is an insane time.
Let go of me. Jesus.
Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing the Dark Souls runs at GDQ because those tend to be cursed games for speed, like running in marathons.
Yeah.
They almost never go well.
Yeah.
Like, they usually are like horrendous disasters.
Did you see the Star Wars Dark Forces one?
No.
Just watch like a couple minutes of it and watch him move. It's magic. It's like the side hop weird movement from Zelda in a third-person shooter instead, and it's really enjoyable watching him like platform through places that aren't meant to ever be walked by man.
There was one Star Wars game I watched like that I thought was goddamn amazing, where like they were basically like doing backflips through like windows.
Oh,
like, fall down air ducts and stuff.
Yeah,
oh, then I didn't see that specific run, but I've seen that game run before, and it's so good. I think I told you about it. I kind of want to make a first-person puzzle game where it's deliberately set up so that you can never beat the puzzles in time. You have to like do these weird janky glitches to get.
It's
to the puzzle
designed to
chambers.
be bad, so you have to.
Have to
Yeah, that'd
speed
be
run
great.
break it.
Yeah, no, it'd be things like if there's like a spring on the floor, if you like jump on the spring, it bounces you higher unintentionally and stuff like that. And then you'd have to like out of bounds glitch through a bunch of stuff to solve the puzzles in time.
That reminds me of how like one of the endings of Stanley Parable requires you to break the game by escape going out of bounds.
Yeah, so it'd be things like you'd have to stack up some boxes and then jump over like a wall that you're not supposed to be able to jump over. Stuff like that. I had a whole slew of puzzles, none of which I can remember. I'm only remembering kind of the lamer ideas I had. But,
I swear, these are all the bad ideas. I had way better ideas. I'm a genius.
no, well, the thing is, I've reused all of my good ideas at this point. This is an idea I had years ago. So, like, I've repurposed a lot of the good ideas, and I don't want to talk about them because they live on in current
Legally,
things that
you're
I'm
also
working on.
not allowed to have original ideas for.
No, I'm allowed to have original ideas as long as I sell them.
Yeah, and you can't keep them if you leave your job. If you have any new
Well-
ideas now, you have to like leave them behind and like you got to remove the neuro mods so you forget them.
I actually forget how it works if I come up with new IPs. Luckily, I've got so many ones that I've had for years that
That's some of the
Does
scariest
not
stuff is
have
like
any new
dealing with like
ones.
the Oculus Rift lawsuit and stuff like that. Like the idea of like just like, oh, you are using ideas you had before, so that's stealing from us because you changed jobs but you have the same brain or something.
yeah.
Going up these hills is like the biggest ass.
A lot of that stuff has never actually been legally tested, and it's probably not legally enforceable.
Now it's legally
But-
tested because they lost the lawsuit.
Yeah, that one. Okay, that one was a very special case though, because like that was like
He was working on it in office, and
yeah, that was the big one was that he was working on it using company resources and like on company time and stuff. But like my understanding is that nobody really gives a shit what I do as long as it doesn't relate to
what you're
my
working on.
actual job. As long as I tell them if I'm going to go like public with an idea. Like that's my understanding. Like I can make an app or whatever, and then all I need to do is just shoot a quick email to the legal department, being like, "Hey, I want to make this app," and then they say like, "Yeah, sounds good."
This is the most satisfying
Or
weapon to
not.
fire that I've had so far.
Yeah.
You should check out this weapon when I get up the hill. Heath, can you see me for a second?
Sorry, too busy winning the level.
Hang on, that
Okay,
was
fine.
That
Ah.
felt really lame. Something about shooting something that doesn't shoot you back definitely makes you feel like a dumbass in a video game.
Fuck up that hill.
Yeah.
On that earlier topic, I just feel like the RPG stats that are like reduced damage taken when you're at less than when you've lost 90% of your health is like a trap for people who don't pay attention to what descriptions say.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I had to reduce most of the damage when you're already in a situation where every hit will be fatal.
Yeah, for whatever it's worth, if you're like 8 years old, then that totally works on you.
Yeah.
Because
they had
there are
the-
many times I was playing like old school like SNES RPGs, and it'd be like, whoa, 80%, like, because it was the 90s, so everyone talked that way.
Like they had they had those in
Whoa.
they had those in I think Dark Souls, the earlier Dark Souls games. They had like what the red Tearstone ring I think gives you increased attack when you're low on health, and blue Tearstone ring is increased defense when you're low on health. I'm like, but you're dead next. It'll literally never
that's-
help you.
That is absolutely pointless in the scope of Dark Souls. In the scope of, say, like Chrono Trigger or something.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Look how many there are,
Ow,
oh, no.
God damn it! You
and they're
just shot me
shooting
in the
mortars
butt.
at us.
Okay. There's a lot of enemies.
Yep.
I was considering, should I bring Air Raider for this? And I decided not to. Turns out,
I was
that was a
considering-
bad idea.
Should I bring
Do we
sniper
want
rifle for
to?
this?
Do we want to
Could've done
quickly
that.
go back and switch gear up?
What's your
I mean, I
plan?
can make this work for me, but God, that's so funny to watch.
What?
I was just rapid fire weaponing like on a Hector,
click,
and he
click.
just looked like he was like doing like a really bad impersonation of Neo from the Matrix.
Oh,
I killed one. It only took all of my ammo.
I'm dead.
Oh yes, you are.
You did it.
Please help.
If Neo from
Did
the
it-
Matrix was like really stiff in the
Did any of us
hips,
actually cause that air raid, or just happen?
No, that was
it
them.
just happened.
Oh, that would have been good to know about. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be in the middle of this fight right now.
No, you will get shot. Or not shot. A rocket will land on your face, and then you will be dead. And it will be unfortunate
But I've got
because
fun attacks.
boring.
Oh god.
Get up, soldier.
Goodbye,
is
hit,
That was
Such a
half of my
Halo-
health bar.
That is a Halo gun.
goodbye hit
Yeah, I
points,
know.
my
If I
old
ever
friends.
saw one.
Oh, the thing looks like it's being fired from a wraith.
Bird's
No,
gun.
birds, shooty
Oh.
shooty.
Oh, I thought you meant the enemies. Their enemies like
Dude,
wraith
this thing is
projectiles they're
literally just
shooting
the
at us.
needler, but without the needles.
Because all of their attacks look like they're just the mortar energy strike you see in that game.
Mine is just the needler, but without the needles. But it looks exactly like it.
Really want to get all that loot.
It's a really
But I
bad
do not
time in
think-
that general direction.
Yes.
Oh, no.
What
That
if
didn't work out.
the dead, instead of walking, were sleeping?
Ow. Ow.
It'd be a
Ow.
lot less scary.
This might be a good level for having that giant rocket.
What, the team homing one?
Yeah. With this big of an area to fight in.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't have...
So that's still level 0, right?
I think.
Yeah. I'm not actually
Yeah.
sure if that'd be any good at this point.
I mean, a significant portion of my weapon choices are still level 0 and level 1 and 2.
I haven't used a level 1 or level 2 weapon in like 3 or 4 sessions. At
I
this
think
point.
your class is a little bit more focused than all the other ones, though. Like, the Air Raider just gets complete bupkis for a lot of, like, loot drops.
If you say so.
Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can get enough health to come get you, Keith.
My weapons are all just
Unfortunately-
super situational.
God damn. He really does look like Neo from the Matrix if Neo from the Matrix had his hip replaced. He was all old and shit, like, oh, Agent Smith, you need to stop shooting at me so much.
There goes Burb.
I did. I gave half my health to Captain Anime,
Eh.
which refilled like a tenth of his life bar.
Yeah. I have severe doubts about my survival in terms of coming to get you guys, but I'm going to try. Ow, 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 ow.
Jesus Christ, that sentence capitulated on itself pretty soon.
I
Stand
went
back,
from
everyone. Give me a
500
little
HP.
space. Just Captain Anime getting shot to space. Or- I'm gonna get,
You shouldn't have run space with space.
I meant
You
to,
should've
I meant
gone
to
with
say getting
face,
shot in the
but
face.
Yeah, it's
Damn it.
okay. You had a perfectly good rhyme set up, and you ruined it, but it's okay.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to bring. Let's see. Do I have my?
Jesus, they think I'm supposed to have like 400 more armor than I have.
Well, this game, I think you are actually kind of expected to.
Grind.
Yeah.
No! No! No!
It's okay. No,
No.
Bird. If we do grinding, we're going to go up to a higher difficulty and have some fun with
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
You'll like it.
No!